Hi everybody, Dan Illman, Mike Beer, the DRFBets race of the day for Thursday, October the 24th, race number 7 at Santa Anita. We're going 5.5 furlongs on the turf. It is an optional claiming race. Our DRFBets special offer for the Breeders' Cup. You're not going to want to miss it. Head on over to drf.com/bet, sign up for a DRFBets account, deposit $150, and bet the Breeders' Cup with $300. Here's the field for race number 7 on Thursday. You can access free Formulator Pass performances for this race on the Race of the Day event page at drf.com. Download them, handicap along with us. We'll take this field in post position order, beginning with the speed. The number 1 Boa Nova, as we take a look at the Timeform US pace projector. This one reeled off 2 front-running wins at Del Mar, and then they hiked him up into a little bit too tough a spot last time out in the Eddie D, but he showed his customary early speed, and Mike, according to Timeform US, gets a favorable pace scenario once again.
He's really fast. Those wins 2 and 3 back, I mean, he opened up several lengths on those fields in the blink of an eye. He's a fast horse. You know, I suppose going to 5.5, you could say maybe that's going to be a little bit tougher for this horse, but it looks like he's going to make the front again, Dan.
The number 2 is Ultimate Bango, and this horse is cutting way back in distance. Last seen running 9 furlongs in an optional claiming race, and it was a pretty good race. The runner-up, Cleopatra's Strike, returned to win the Grade 2 John Henry Turf Championship with a 97 buyer. I thought Ultimate Bango had a really good trip in that race, saving ground. The rail opened up. He shot on through, and it looked like he was staying on. I wonder if this 5.5 is just going to be a little too short for him.
Yeah, I don't know if I love him cutting back this time either. I mean, he sprinted effectively on the turf in the past, but he wasn't really cutting back in those races. Now he's going to try and do that. The other thing, you know, as well as he ran in those races, showed he could handle it. I mean, I didn't love any one of those performances, really. He won one of them. I don't know. I think he's going to have to do better against this field.
The number 3, Shades of Victory, perhaps best known for upsetting the E.B. Johnston Stakes at Los Alamitos last fall at 80-1 odds. That race, of course, on the dirt. This horse was taken for $12,500 during the spring of 2018, and he's done some nice things for his connections. I'm just not sure turf is what he wants to do, although his most recent turf race came off a layoff against some Sharpies like Mr. Vargas and Eddie Haskell.
Yeah, he couldn't win that race. I'm not so sure he could win this race either, though, Dan. I mean, he just doesn't have the turf for him.
The 4 and the 5 are both trained by Peter Miller. They are both owned by Gary Barber. We will begin with the number 4, Blackout. Moving from dirt to turf, second last time out on dirt. We'll go back to the race 2 starts back at Del Mar, and this horse is coming on the outside right now in the pink silks, is going to move into second behind the aforementioned Mr. Vargas, and all Mr. Vargas did after winning this race was come back and win the Green Flash handicap at Del Mar with a 102 buyer speed figure. Blackout may not be the fastest horse out of the gate, but if you give him a little bit of pace, you know he's going to come running late, and I like the 5.5 for him.
Yeah, I like the 5.5 for him too. Yeah, you're right. He's not a great gate horse. That could be a problem, but otherwise, I mean, his form is just rock solid. I mean, I remember him in New York. I guess it was a couple years ago now. I did at that time think he might have a little hang in him, and maybe he does. But I mean, just look at his turf starts this year. I mean, Totally Boss, Leinster, Mr. Vargas, even Fast Boat, the horse that beat him at Churchill back in May. That horse has won twice since then with low 90 buyers. I mean, he's just been facing real good horses. I think this is the best spot he's been in a while.
And perhaps the more upwardly mobile of the 2 Miller-trained entrants is the lightly raced son of Medaglia d'Oro, Violence, grandson of Medaglia d'Oro. The 5, Stop the Violence, coming off a win at Del Mar last time, a really nice trip that day. Sat in the pocket, now is eased to the 3 path. You see him in the white noseband. He's going to take the lead, and he's going to have to gut this out. He beat 3 next out winners in this race, including the 6th place finisher, who returned to win the restricted California Flag Stakes at Santa Anita with a 93 buyer speed figure. This horse perhaps has enough tactical speed to stay within closest attendance to the number 1. I'm not sure that's the greatest trip for this horse, but he should be in the thick of things turning into the stretch, and I think he has some improving still in his hip pocket.
Yeah, I do too. I think he could take a step forward here. I mean, he did last time. It was a bunched up finish behind him. But if nothing else, that figure's held up. The horses that have run back out of that race have all come back to basically confirm that he ran a legit 91 last time, and that's going to put him in the mix here. He's got a great post, and he's got all the upside.
Let's take a look at our top selections for the Thursday DRFBets race of the day. We're both going with the Miller-trained horses to run down Boa Nova. I like Stop the Violence. My second pick is Blackout. I went 5-4-1.
Yeah, I mean, we just sort of reversed our top two picks. We'll see how they bet the race, I guess, before we decide how to bet it. I went 5-4-1. Or
It's
4-5-1.
race number 7 at Santa Anita on Thursday. It's your Thursday DRFBets race of the day. Remember the special DRFBets offer for the Breeders' Cup. Deposit $150, bet with $300. Learn more drf.com/bet. Approximate post time for race number 7 at the Great Race Place on Thursday, 4:10 Pacific. Good luck.